Here we go.
Excuse me, good Lord. Boomer moment, boomer moment. Like I said, this is an impromptu stream that I'm doing. I was at the house chilling. Yeah, I saw that. Guys, I was muted. I was at the house chilling, a little bored. Well, I woke up this morning around about 6 o'clock, and I was playing fish with a buddy of mine. We went out fish, man. Very enjoyable. Caught pretty good fish. Then I went to lunch with my daughter and grandsons, which was very cool. My oldest daughter just left to go back home, and so nothing to do this afternoon because finally I have a free Sunday where I don't have to do any kind of roundtable, and it feels good. So this is an article I meant to do a video on earlier last week, but it just kind of skipped my mind. I was going through YouTube today. I try to browse YouTube and get ideas for different things, different topics I want to discuss. And the one that I did today, did a thumbnail for it, is on his name is okay. It's spelled Reg-Jean Page. To me, it looks like Regé-Jean, but it's called Regé-Jean. Regé-Jean Page. He is a British actor, and he is in talks of being the next James Bond. Now, for those of you who don't know who he is, I'm trying to pull up an image of him so you can see exactly who I'm talking about. Where we get images. Let me see. Let me pull it up. Share screen. Hit square. Boom, boom, boom. This is how the gentleman looks. Regé-Jean Page. I know him to play on this show called We the People. It was like an American show. It was like U.S. attorneys versus. This is pretty much a lawyer show. The attorneys, the defense attorneys against the solicitors. Very good actor. Some people say he played on some show called a Netflix show called Bridgerton. Never heard of it. I heard it's a popular show, but I've never seen it, never watched it. So that is the rumor. In fact, it's two rumors. Before I go into it, Junebug Film says James Bond is meant to be one character that wouldn't exactly make sense for continuity. I don't know. Well, in the past I've heard the name Idris Elba, but I've heard he didn't want it. But in recent interviews, in a recent tweet, he sent out something kind of saying royalty. I think it had something on a play on his name, and it said shaken, not stirred. And that is basically, how James Bond likes his martinis, shaken and not stirred. So based on the interview that I saw, I think Variety he was interviewed by Variety or some other well-known news source. He does not mind playing James Bond. I like James Bond. I'm just really not a James Bond groupie like I hear some people just like go crazy when they hear James Bond being called. I'm not a Daniel Craig fan, James Bond fan. I prefer Sean Connery, Pierce Brosnan, even like Dalton better. That's just me though. If you like whoever you like, I don't care. Also, there is talk of him possibly being T'Challa, playing T'Challa. Now, I don't think he should be T'Challa. I think he should be maybe a cousin or somebody else, or from a different tribe, somebody that was able to that maybe defeated T'Challa off camera, or some kind of Wakandan right that they have that someone can challenge for that position. If they're gonna say that T'Challa was dead, I wouldn't replace him as T'Challa, but I'm not sure. But those are the main two rumors that's being said now. He's gonna be James Bond, T'Challa. Might be both. I don't know how he's gonna split his time like that because I know when you put on that mantle of James Bond, that carries a lot of responsibility, a lot of promotion. Some people may not take too kindly to the race swap. I don't know. But like I said, James Bond is really not a franchise that's really important to me. I don't hate it, but I'm not in love with it. So we just have to wait and see. Junebug Film says, why don't they have this guy team up with 007, have him play 008, and make it a buddy movie so you can keep the continuity? Bro, like I said, I really couldn't tell you. I haven't watched the last two, but definitely not the last James Bond. Some people can name them like that. I can't. I mean, I can't keep track of which name goes with which particular Bond. It's just not nothing that's really important to me. So, how they do it, how they keep the continuity, I couldn't tell you. Really don't care. But I hope if that's what he wants to do, he get opportunity at it. We just have to see. A lot of people now seem to have a problem with race swapping and gender swapping. So we just have to play it by ear. But I know he wants to. I know he wants to play it based on the YouTube video I saw. He doesn't have any issues with it. If you click on his name in James Bond, they'll pop up several different YouTube interviews or several different YouTubers speaking on it. So they're trying to speak it into existence. Whether or not they do it, whether or not they're successful, we shall see. Flash said, hey, what's up, guys? What's up, Flash? He said, I thought about John Boyega as either Bond or Black Panther. Neither one. I'm not a fan of John Boyega. I think he's an overactor. He is not my cup of tea. If he gets it, I'll probably still watch it, but I do not want him playing a Black Panther. If he plays James Bond, I really don't care because that's not a franchise I really care about. But Black Panther, I don't want to see John Boyega playing Black Panther. I don't want to see that. Flash says, I'm not a Bond fan either. I've only seen one Bond film. I've seen several of them, but like I said, Bond, I don't hate it. I will watch it, but I'm not in love with it. Junebug Film says, I'm just a huge fan of James Bond. I just think if you're going to make an African-American James Bond, you should make a new character. Bro, like I said, I don't have a problem with this race swapping, if it makes sense. I don't see where James Bond has to be a white male. He's got to be he's an agent. That's just his number. I don't see them making James Bond a female, but whether he's a black male or a black Secret Service, British Secret Service, I don't see where the race really matters in that. I just don't. Educate me if I'm wrong, or please tell me something that I don't know. But right now, based on a little bit I do know, I don't see where race would be a really big factor in that, black or white. Yeah, I get that. What's up, Terrence? Man, I'm chilling, bro. I'm doing all right. How about yourself? Just want to check on you. How are you? I'm doing fantastic. Flash said, who's this guy you want as Black Panther? I haven't seen him before. Is he new face in Hollywood? No, he's not a new face in Hollywood. His name is Regé-Jean Page. I had his picture up. Let me see if I can pull it up one more time. He is kind of new kid on the block, but he's got a couple of acting spots under his belt. I think he can pull it off. He has He definitely has charisma. He has some swag. I've heard my wife and daughter comment on that he's not hard to look at. So um, I definitely think that he could definitely be a contender. I know he wants to play it, so that's in Flash. Yeah, he's on that Bridgerton show. So I definitely think if he wants it, the script is right, timing is right. They're doing a lot of race swapping in movies now, so he may be hitting it just right. So we shall see. Terrence said, I like James Bond, but I'm not the biggest fan of the franchise. The 007 designation has always been white. If they go to the tokenized route, all I ask for is them to make it good. Yeah, like I said, I don't see why 007. I don't know the rules, the intricate rules, the ins and outs of 007. So I don't know if 007 has to be a white guy. I don't know. Don't really care. If the script is good, action is good, the actor can carry the movie, has charisma, looks good, can pull off the James Bond, certain things he says, Bond, James Bond, shaken, not stirred, and all this kind of stuff. Those one liners that he said, then I'm cool with it. I don't care. Black, white, blue, green. I mean, I don't see James Bond ever being a female. That just wouldn't make sense to me. But who's to say later on down the road they may do that? But I don't know if 007 has to be white. I've never seen anything, any kind of rules or manifest or anything that says that. So I really don't know. But based on the movies I have seen, I don't see why they can't change it to him being a black. I mean, I don't know. Just don't know. Well, Ian Fleming created a white Scottish character modeled after Cary Grant. Yeah. Based on whoever owns that property now, Junebird, they can change to whomever they want to. If they think that the actor can pull it off and put butts in seats, they want to try to attract a new crowd, then I think it would be smart to possibly get somebody who's hot in Hollywood. And right now he's hot. I think he's definitely going to pull a younger crowd, a new crowd. He may not pull the old James Bond franchise lovers, but I think he will pull a new because he seems to be very popular with the younger crowd. He's a young guy. He can carry the franchise for the next decade, probably afterward. So it only makes sense to me that they get somebody younger. I don't know how old. Let me see how old Daniel Craig is. Daniel Craig age. He's 53 years old. So we don't want to see a 60-something-year-old James Bond. This guy, Regé Page, age. He's 31. Come on now. Really. 53 versus 31. So he can be 41. He can be even 51. So next 20 years, theoretically, he could play it if he want to. Because James Bond, we can see you still can be in peak condition at age 50. So this guy here has all the tangibles. He's in the right place in the right time. So he may get it. If he does, more power to him. Dex J says, WB reported eyeing Jim Carrey to play an older Joker. What am I seeing that? I wasn't a particular fan of Jim Carrey as the Riddler. I know he was hot during that time, and he did Jim Carrey himself, but I would really like to see him take on the Joker. That'd be very interesting. Terrence said, however, if they have to force something with 007, it would make more sense to have a black man as 007 than a black female as 007. I agree. I said that earlier. Flash says, I know him. He was in the Bridgerton show. Okay, that's cool. Junebird says, and I just don't see an ongoing series where each film is meant to be one character. How are you going to explain all of a sudden James Bond's a different color? Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, the current 007 could have got killed. We could say that the white 007 got killed. So they replaced the 007 with the next best agent. operative who just happens to be black. How could that not work? The current 007 Daniel Craig gets killed on a mission, and the 008, the next person who's in line happens to be black, and it is Regé-Jean Page. How would that not work? T-Vax says one should always put character before any sort of agenda to ensure the material turns out well. I agree. The Reaper says, hopefully next Black Panther I'll rather see a recast, in my opinion. I don't want to see T'Challa. T'Challa should die. Black Panther shouldn't die. The franchise, let me explain that. And let me make sure I make myself clear. I don't want Black Panther to die. The mantle of Black Panther should not die. But T'Challa, who was played by Chadwick Boseman, in my opinion, should die, and somebody else. T'Chaka, to whoever should, or Shuri or whoever. I am a proponent and think that they should redeem Killmonger by Michael B. Jordan, because right now Michael B. Jordan is hot. He's going to put butts in the seats. He's a leading man, been a leading man on several different movies. I think they do a arc where he redeems himself, where they reprogram him. He's not dead. The same way Shuri reprogrammed Bucky, the White Wolf, they can reprogram him and just make it work. I'm cool with that. So how are they going to do it? I don't know. And plus Ryan Coogler on a recent interview said he was struggling trying to write the script for Black Panther 2 without Chadwick Boseman. So maybe someone that's familiar with it and has the same love for it, like I think Michael B. Jordan has, could possibly help him get through those patches. And if both of those put their heads together, they could come up with an awesome script. And we know we love to see redemption stories. So what would be a bigger redemption than seeing Killmonger, who is actually a cousin of T'Challa, redeem and takes his cousin's place and does it the right way. That is what Marvel does all the time, redemption stories. Break somebody down and build them back up. He come back, he's next Black Panther. Tougher than ever. So I have no problem with that. Terrence is always going to care about character and story over anyone forcing their ideologies. However, it does depend on the project. I agree. Junebug Films. Well, my choice is Luke Evans or Theo James to play James Bond. Hey, whatever floats your boat, bro. Like I said, that franchise, I don't hate it, but I'm not in love with it. Terrence says there is no rule that says 007 has to be white, but over 4 decades of material, books, and movies, the designation is always going to a white British male. I just want good material. Okay. 40 years, certain people couldn't vote, but they finally was able to vote. 40 years, certain people couldn't go through front doors, and now they can go through front doors. 40 years, certain people couldn't own businesses, now they can own businesses. So things do change. Just because something used to be a certain way doesn't mean it has to stay that way. And like I said, who's to say that the current 007, whoever he is, gets killed in a mission? 007 and a half, or 008, whoever is up next to hold a 007 number just happens to be black. What is wrong with that? No big deal. Nothing gonna be rewritten. Ain't nothing gonna say nothing. It's just okay. We start letting blacks come into the service and they excel, or we start letting females come into this organization and they excel. Now, I think it's going to be a hard sell for a female to be 007 and carry that franchise, but I don't think that if the actor has the acting chops, the physicality, he can pull off the one-liners, he has the look, he has the style, he has the charisma. What does it matter if he's black? I don't understand that. So, but I done said that 4 or 5 times. Stop beating the dead horse. Don't really care. Flash. I would rather see Killmonger as Black Panther. It would be so weird to see a recasted Black Panther. I agree with you, bro. I want to see Killmonger. D. Scott, what's up, man? Good seeing you. The Reaper says Killmonger, LOA. Nah. Hey, think about it, man. Killmonger has been the Black Panther in comic books, so it's not too far from the imagination. And he's also been a part of the Avengers. So go back, read it. He was. So that's not too far-fetched. I'm just saying, will Marvel go that route? I don't know. But redemption stories is what America is all about. Somebody making a mistake, learning from their lessons, coming back and doing the right thing and being better than ever. People cheer for that. People will pay money to see that. So I'm just saying, if they write it right, a redemption arc, and Killmonger is brought back into the fold, he's been reprogrammed just like Bucky is. Look at Bucky. Bucky was a Winter Soldier, killed all those people, did everything. Falcon and Winter Soldier. Now guess what? Him and Falcon are best friends. After all that stuff that Bucky did while he was the Winter Soldier. So if he can be redeemed, why can't Killmonger be redeemed? Just food for thought. Terrence says Daniel Craig did Casino Royale, Quantum of Solace, Skyfall, Spectre, and No Time to Die. That's 5 films, which is great. For a James Bond actor, he set the stage for a new James Bond, so that's cool. Hey, I've heard those names, but I think I've seen Casino Royale, Quantum of Solace. I don't think I've seen Skyfall, Spectre, or No Time to Die. Just not on my. D. Scott said, I believe Henry Cavill would make a great James Bond. I don't know. He just don't have. I just see him as Superman. I can't see him as James Bond. Not to say he couldn't pull it off. I don't know. D. Scott speaking to Terrence. Terrence speaking back. Reaper said Henry Cavill would be great. I'm not saying he couldn't do it. I'm just saying I just see him only as Superman. I just hope he can focus and get that back on track. See him as Superman would be awesome. Man of Steel 2, man. That's what I want to see. Hashtag Man of Steel 2. Terrence said, I remember Henry Cavill tried out for 007 and ended up being Superman. You never know where the chips may fall. That is true. Flash said, yeah, I don't want to see T'Challa recasted in my opinion. I agree. Flash said, me too, Danny. I'm not sure what he's referring to, but appreciate it. Terrence says T'Challa should be a recast at some point, not now, but I don't want them to kill the character off. You can find someone else temporarily pick up the mantle when he returns. New actors say he formed. Why is it important that T'Challa be recasted? I don't understand that. Nobody. I never heard of the T'Challa comic book. All I heard is the Black Panther comic book. So it don't matter who wears Black Panther. It could be T'Challa. It's been in the comic books. It's been Shuri. It's been Killmonger. So I don't see why T'Challa can't get killed off, and then his cousin, or they could go through whatever ceremonial they go to find the new king, or whatever ritual they got to do, or whatever quest they got to do, and this T'Challa die, and the next king, whoever he or she may be, queen, comes in and take over. I mean, Killmonger has already challenged and defeated T'Challa in combat without the powers. So he has the skill set already to be the Black Panther. Then we saw him get the herb, and now he has the Black Panther. If he didn't die, we never saw him die on screen. It looked like he died, but we never got confirmation he died on screen. Let's just say hypothetically, T'Challa puts him in the chamber or into that tube that can keep the suspended animation tube, like they did Bucky. And sure, he heals him, but they're just keeping him there and they're reprogramming him, whatever. He already got the serum in his body. So why would they not use that if they feel that their technology was able to reprogram them? That makes no sense, because nobody else has a heart-shaped herb because they destroyed it all. He's the only person according to the MCU, that has the stuff in his body. Now, Shuri probably can simulate something with her brilliance to simulate that, but if they do like they do in the comic book, then she's going to have to go on her quest and find the Panther God, and the Panther God is going to can bestow similar powers. I think even more greater than the heart-shaped herb will imbue somebody with. So if they go that route, Shuri can go on a quest, make contact with the Panther God, get those powers, come back as Black Panther, or they can all go ahead and use Killmonger, who already has a heart-shaped herb properties in his body, and do it that way. So, like I said, I have no problem with that. The Reaper says, I don't want T'Challa to die either, in my opinion, and I really don't like that Killmonger idea. Okay. So what if it is Bucky until the next one, White Wolf? What? Didn't understand that, but if you're saying Bucky to be the Black Panther, that ain't gonna happen. Terrence says the Illuminati with Reed Richards, Black Bolt, Professor X, Doctor Strange to prepare for the arrival of Galactus. It would explain his absence while giving humans a break. Sure. Things do change a little, but I will only accept something that's well thought but forced material. I want to see a good movie, period. If that good film has a black lead, then that's good. They, of course, understand your points as you understand mine. Yes, sir, I do. I just don't understand. It seems like you and Junebug, well, in particular, Junebug is stuck on keeping the character white, which I don't have a problem with it. I'm not trying to say I do. I'm just saying I don't see you saying continuity. If James Bond is killed off 007 and the next person that is the best person in their organization steps up to the 007 mantle and this happens to be black, why couldn't that work? That's my question. Why couldn't that work? Junebug, if you hear that, please respond to me. Why couldn't that work? First, I wonder what the plots of Black Panther 2 would be. I have no idea. Killmonger being Black Panther okay, but I like what they did with his art. It shouldn't counteract unless they have a great story. It depends on what they do. The Reaper says, don't mind a Black 007, but this 2021 Hollywood, they're on a trending of race swapping and black washing these days. So if they do a Black 007, I feel like they're doing it for the sake of doing it. Woo. Okay, let's just say hypothetically they're doing it for the sake of doing it. If it gives a black actor or actress a chance to show their skills and shine, what is wrong with that? I don't understand that. If somebody has an agenda and the agenda is to do whatever, okay, it's an agenda. We realize it. We see it clearly for what it is. But it gives this black actor, this Chinese actor, this Chinese actress, this Japanese actor, whatever race, whatever sex, it gives that individual a time to shine and potentially get other work and show the world what caliber actor or actress they are. Isn't that the silver lining? So why is that such a bad thing? Reaper, I don't understand. People keep saying what you're saying, and my answer to that, and my response to that is, okay, it's an agenda. We realize it's an agenda. We can't do anything about the agenda. What if the silver lining of the agenda is that it's going to give me a chance to see this actor or actress work and see whether or not they're actually good and can do it. And if the movie is good, isn't that a good thing? Then would you want me to be in Zack Snyder film or a Kevin Feige film? Oh shoot! Whichever one call you first, bro. Can't see a better Black Panther than T'Challa. Maybe he hasn't been written in the comic books, but I'm just letting you know that T'Challa. I just don't feel as strong as some people do about the T'Challa character. He can die and just replace the Black Panther. Terrence said T'Challa has the most compelling story arcs of any of the characters who has been Black Panther. Shuri was okay, but T'Chaka has some good ones, but T'Challa consistently has good stories. Okay. They can write better stories for T'Challa. That the actor that plays T'Challa may not be good as what we've seen with Chadwick Boseman. So what you gonna say then? If compelling story, good story, but the actor just can't pull it off because we have grown accustomed to seeing T'Challa play a certain way because of Chadwick Boseman's acting skills. But this next actor just can't pull it off. We just don't feel that connection. What you gonna say then? So to me, why don't we remember T'Challa as being the awesome character he was, awesome king? We keep that in there. Don't let it be let it stay unblemished. No room for errors, anything, and just replace T'Challa. It could be T'Challa's son. You can call him T'Challa Jr. I don't care. T'Challa the third. But why can't T'Challa with Chadwick Boseman die as a king or whatever, went on a mission or whatever the case may be, died and he was replaced? I don't see a problem with that. Terrence says, I'm a fan, I give it a shot, but some ideas I'm not in favor of. However, it just depends on what they do. He didn't follow up with saying, while I like Shuri, she's never been a compelling character. Kevin Feige can make her better in relation to the film. That is true. Geico, are you serious? Are you seriously asking me why can't Bucky be the next Black Panther? Or are you trolling me? Maybe it's just me, but I have no problem with race swapping if they're doing it for the right reasons. For example, Robin is going to be light-skinned in the Batman movie. What's the problem? I don't have a problem with that. Guys girl saying White Wolf until the next Black Panther. Bruh, I don't think that's going to happen. Danny, I'm open to it if the material is good, but I prefer them to use black characters that already exist. Isaiah Bradley, Sam Wilson, Blaze, Spawn, Storm, etc. Okay. It's not always about what we prefer, it's about what they want to do. So, Terrence says I would prefer that black actors have their own material with actual black characters versus tokenized characters. Just getting hand-me-down stuff, such a thing isn't bad, but there's better. How is it tokenized if there's comic book material that backs up that there's actually a black superhero that happened to be of the same power of the white one that is so popular? Case in point, there is a black Superman. People are losing their minds about it. There is a black Captain America, but some people are losing their minds. If you go in the comic book and you can see that there's a black alternate version of a character that we already seen, then how is that tokenized? But I've never seen a white Black Panther, so that's not going to make sense. That would be tokenizing. I've never seen a white character put on the mantle of Black Panther. So Bucky being, or the White Wolf being a Black Panther is not going to work. Robin hasn't been in the cast. Robin hasn't been cast in the Batman Flash. He was cast in Titans. The Reaper says, T-Rise, Terrence Facts, original Black characters are better. Flash said, yes, he was, Caleb. I'm pretty sure I saw a video about it. He said, it's Jay Akugo, Caleb. Amongst the forced silliness, there's a silver lining, which is good when we get something good. I always want to see good material. Being entertained is a cool thing. Yes, it is. Kevin Feige is usually on point when it comes to casting, so I can see another great black actor pulling off T'Challa. When it comes to comic book material, we've seen a lot of new actors play roles. That's true. But I'm not opposed to Charlie dying like some are. Not the Black Panther, but a filler in the story until the next one is chosen. I don't think that's going to happen, bro. It could, but shit. The Dora Modulator, whatever, or how you pronounce your names, they don't need him because they defeat him easily in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So I don't think the Dora Milaje could defeat the Black Panther, but they defeated Bucky like it wasn't nothing. So I don't think that's a good idea. I think they good all by themselves. I know you don't, Danny, but to you, I know others that do. I know you don't. What? Sometimes if I don't pull your things up fast enough, it doesn't make sense. But Flash said, I know you don't, Danny, but to you, I know others that do. Commander Data said, but Bucky has the Black Panther. No. Exactly, Danny. Whatever that meant. A tokenized character is a black character based on an established white character. I don't think that's the correct definition of tokenized character. Tokenized. Substitute a randomly generated identifier for a sensitive piece of data in order to prevent unauthorized access. I don't think that is tokenized, but you disagree to disagree. There are tokenized characters in the comics, but that's better than they randomly race swapping, usually for money and not because they care. If they want to use a Black Robin, they don't have to race swap or establish White Robin. They can use Duke Thomas, who's a Black Robin in DC Comics. Okay. Didn't know that. But like I said, I just wanted to briefly come here and talk to y'all a little bit. We've been on here about 40 minutes. So like I said, I want to cover this particular story that I read about Mr. Regé-Jean Page possibly being in talks about being the next Bond or the next T'Challa, however you want to pronounce it, Black Panther. So I definitely hope he gets one, if not both. Appreciate it, Terrence. I'm good to go, man. Good to go. Thank you. I'm glad you're okay. Yeah, I'm good to go, man. Thanks for asking. Yeah, I am definitely pleased that he's being considered. I will. D. Scott says, remember we almost got a Black Robin, Marlon Wayans, Tim Burton's canceled third Batman film. I think he'd have been too goofy to play Batman. I mean, Robin, but that would have been interesting to see. Like I said, thank you for tuning in, sharing your Sunday evening with me, afternoon with me. I know sometimes that you're busy and life happens, but I'm glad that those of you that came in asked me some very outstanding questions, good questions, kept the conversation going. But now, just want to say thank you. I think I am 20 subs from getting 1,400. So that is my next goal, and I can only do that with your help. I definitely appreciate it. All of you that take the time to come in, chat with me. As always, if this is your first time viewing my channel, I will need you to subscribe. Also hit that notification bell. Leave me a thumbs up. And also, man, most definitely leave a comment. I will answer all comments and respond back to them. Having said that, I'll keep popping up with different questions. D. Scott says, what about Damian Wayans? Damian Wayne. Yeah, Damian Wayne would be cool. I like to see him on the big screen. And Terrence, last thing was Danny. Imagine Quentin Tarantino directing a Batman movie. That would be awesome. It'd be bloody as hell. Well, I'd hate to see the bad guys there because Batman probably would beat them silly. But thank you, Robert Ernesto. Great blog. Thank you. I appreciate it, man. I try to do what I can. Just want to jump in here and chat with y'all a little bit, man. Like I said, it was a slow Sunday afternoon. I'm free. No round tables. Not sure about Robert Storms on Storms Live tonight, but if so, that'll be around about 10:30. But other than that, man, thank you all, as always. Until next time, peace.